Hi guys, it's the Nibs here with another review. Today we'll be reviewing The Lie of the Land. Now I'm not sure if you can tell by my voice, but I'm not. Oh, I don't quite know what to make of this episode. Anyway, there's a lot of things I just want to quickly, well, I'll say quickly, I just want to go through with you. Firstly, just want to say thank you again for watching. I've had a few likes, so that's really good. And like I say, one subscriber, one view, one like, it is great for me. So I just want to say thank you for watching. It'd be really good of you though if you can hit that like button a bit more if you don't mind, and even subscribe if that's alright with you. Don't forget to click on the notification bell. And let us begin. Quite probably one of the best opening sequences, if you like, to an episode of Doctor Who ever. I think it's one of the good ones. The narration from Peter Capaldi as the Doctor at the beginning, blatantly saying thank you monks for helping us through our entire existence, guiding us out of the oceans, and giving us what we need as a human race. We need to be looked after. I love this one. The Mona Lisa. No, not it's a monkey Lisa. But this is probably, like I say, one of the best opening sequences ever. Moon landings, the monks were there, everybody was there. Churchill, the monks were there. The entire human history has been rewritten, if you like. This is what we noticed from the first few seconds of this episode. Dalek invasions, Cyberman invasions, and even the Weeping Angels. The monks have been there. And the newscaster telling us this story at 10 o'clock is the Doctor. Before the episode even starts, you sort of know what's going on. Like I said earlier, history's been changed. This woman here looks like a Gestapo member. He's charging this woman with having propaganda about the monks, really, saying that they're basically liars. She knows the difference, and this is one of the best smiles on British TV. You should win an Oscar, mate. Oh, you've already got one. Now, as the opening titles roll, I'm thinking to myself, alright, this is going to be good. I quite like the fact that you know that Bill's actually struggling with what's real and what's reality during most of this episode. The bit where she's sitting down at a kitchen table at the beginning of the episode, just before she sees her mum, it's like, snap out of it, love. I do quite like, or I did like that element of that episode. The fact that she seems to be sort of the only one struggling with her emotions, struggling to find out exactly what's real and what isn't, losing the sense of reality, so to speak. So we've established that Bill talks to her imaginary mum from time to time to keep her sane, if you like. I think that was a nice little touch until there was somebody's trying to break in. But don't worry, it's alright, guys. It's me, it's Nadia. I love this bit where they both scream. But you sort of realise then that Bill's actually going, oh my god, it's actually, everything that I've lived before is true. This is a lie. What noise did the spaceship doors make? Chunk chunk. Where I thought, once again, Nardole is that little bit of comic relief, which is good. So I'm thinking to myself, so far so good. Excuse my language, but I like the way they didn't piss about. We know where the Doctor is. He's on a boat. Please don't go for me papers. And I think when they got lined up, when the monk came on board, he just took a really that sinister sort of, I'm looking at you, and then he sort of did that sort of Hannibal Lecter type of to which I thought was quite amusing. But they got on the boat quite easy, considering. And I don't know about you, but I'm laughing thinking about this. When I saw this moment where she sees him through this little, the first thing I thought was, ta-da! It's me! It's me. But no, the sort of Doctor went a little bit mental, didn't he? Now, this is coming to the sort of the bit that I think is going to be controversial. We've got to the main bit now, and I'm thinking to me, the first thing I'm thinking of, this is a bit too early in the story for this. So obviously Bill shoots the Doctor, and we're thinking, I'm thinking, right, here we go, it's all going to kick off now. and then regeneration happens. And I'm thinking, it is all part of the simulation. The simulation's going to end. We're going to see, you know, just as the Doctor's about to fully regenerate, that's it, and it's all going to get reset. This is what we thought. This is what we thought. And then, obviously, just at the point you think, oh my God, he's actually going to go through with this. This is going to be a change. I mean, even Bill's going, what the frig's going on? It just... it's like you are actually on the edge of your seat. Like I said earlier, I did think this was a bit too early in the story for something major to happen, but even then, it's a regeneration. And I'm going, oh, this is pretty frigged up. But then something very strange happens. Seemingly at the clap of his own hands, regeneration stops, and they just start applauding Bill. There's a clever girl, and they just, well done. And there we go. That grin again. That grin is sort of, he's so happy, and a little bit too much regeneration. I wonder if they're going to actually bring up in the future how much regeneration energy he did actually use on that. And Bill's like, anybody want to fill me in this like bit? I'm thinking the same as her. I had my hands up, going, well, do you want to fill me in as well, mate? Because I'm a little bit confused. Anyway, it was just really a ploy just to make sure, hi, I'm in it. It was just basically a ploy to make sure that Bill wasn't afflicted by the monks. So we've got our TARDIS crew back together again now. How did you all feel about that? I felt, not only did I felt a little bit cheated in a way with the trailers and everything, I felt a little bit like it was an anticlimax, but a little bit not happy, if you know what I mean, but also I understood it as in the context of the story. So was I the only one that felt that way? If you felt the same, if you thought, you know, it was shit or whatever, then please let me know in the comments below. But personally, like I said, I felt a little bit cheated. The big build up to this particular regeneration, so to speak, but I understood why they did it, like I said, in the context of this particular story. So the guys need a little help, which is understandable, and straight away I'm thinking, oh, you know who they're going to ask, don't you? And it's our old friend Missy, and she apparently built a gun out of leaves, and I have evidence of this. And here we go. This is a gun made out of leaves. Missy made that. So come on. Surely that must deserve a subscribe and even a thumbs up just for that. Come on. Don't let me down. So here we go. We get to see the vault. Obviously, we get to have a good look inside the vault where, as we all know, the Doctor explains to Missy exactly what's going on. She's answering hot cold. So basically, the Doctor basically does his own deduction, and the Missy's just confirming it. But I've just got one little thing about this particular scene. They're in a vault, locked away, underground, from what we're saying, in the cellar of the university. Now, my question to you is, where's this light source coming from? Please leave your comments below, because I would like to have a discussion about this. Where's the light coming from? But in all seriousness, well, yeah, you can leave your comment below, but in all seriousness, this particular set that they use is like the interior of all. I mean, I was expecting it to be dark, dingy, sort of dripping like the interior of a cave, with dripping water coming from, you know, different orifices of this area. But I thought it was good. It was a good way of using the set, and I liked it. I liked it. So with obviously Missy trying to help the Doctor and Bill, they've decided that, well, they discover that Bill's basically got to die. And I thought this whole scene was one of the better scenes of the story, not because of Missy being in it, because obviously I'm a big Missy fan, but the fact that you can tell she wants to help, but she's still got her natural instincts as being a villain. And they all decide, okay, so the only way we can do this is by Bill sort of dying, really, until they decide to invade the pyramid. So how you all doing with the story so far? Me, by this stage, I think at this stage, even though I was still watching and still enthralled in the story, because it was not a bad story, I was still in my head was going about that regeneration scene, and to be honest with you, it was a little bit ridiculous, but I know why they did it. So the pyramids actually moved into what looks like the middle of London, just before St Paul's Cathedral there. The storyline itself was pretty good. I like the way they used Bill's voice as like a calming sensation, and obviously the monks didn't quite like that. This bit now, I think these are pretty freaking cool. Looks like some kind of weird Spider-Man shield. And that's the first thing that came into my head. I apologise. But I think these are pretty cool. These monks are going to be like Comic-Con favourites, I think, this year. San Diego Comic-Con, man. I think these monks are going to be, not him, he's not a monk, but nor him. But I think these are going to be really good costumes for this year's con. As you know, I'm a bit of a Star Trek fan, so seeing Nardole do like a Vulcan death grip, and which I thought was brilliant. Nardole to the rescue once again on this one, and which brings me on to just a little brief talking point: the green setting. Now, obviously, we know there are different settings for this Sonic, but what are these different settings? What do they do? If anyone knows or any theories, let me know in the comments below, or at least make a video on it. I am a geek, and I am a geek. I'm not scared. I don't look like a geek, but I am a geek. I'm just loving this. The first thing that came into my mind was, oh, brilliant. But then after a couple of seconds of just me just sort of thinking in my geek mind, it brought me to this. Channel 109, 37, 84, and the Weather Channel. I think this is what the monks actually doing here, except I can't quite see the Weather Channel on this still I've taken. But yeah, that's just me. My thoughts. I thought it was funny. I quite like Nardole's headphones. Anyway, we're coming up towards the end of the story, where obviously they find the mainframe. It was too easy for them to find them. I don't know if it's just me being picky and thinking, oh God, you know, oh, Doctor there with red kryptonite. But I don't know, it just seems really, it seemed too easy to get to the point and to get to this part of the story. I don't know about you, but I feel really bad for saying this, but part of me thought it was a little bit lazy writing. I thought they could have done it a little bit better, but that's just my personal opinion. Now, guys, don't shoot me on this. I did like the episode, and I did like it. I did. I mean, I thought it was clever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did think it was clever that the way that they used some of the imaginary that the monks can't get to, and it was imaginary thinking. But the lead up to it and how they got to it, I don't know, it didn't scream out to me as something that was good writing. But I mean, I'm not a writer, but watching all previous episodes, I don't know, this wasn't the best. But the build up to it made it sound like it was going to be one of the best. I mean, I was speaking to a few guys on my YouTube today, and we all agreed. I mean, is it? It wasn't. Let's just say, I think it's just me. I was that hyped about it, and once the episode came out, it was still good, but not as good as I'd hoped, and that probably let me down a bit. So that's pretty much it, guys. The monks have erased erased themselves from existence, so nobody really knew that they were there at all. And then we head on back to the vault, where Missy is actually showing some signs of, I don't know, redemption. I think a good word is redemption. She's getting herself quite upset here, and the doctors actually can see that in her. But the doctor's a clever guy. I don't think he's going to fall for it just yet. But hey, who knows? She actually does look like she cares here, which brings me on to a theory I have as to how John Sims' character will come back. I do have a pretty half-decent theory, which I will mention to you in my next week preview trailer video, which will probably out either tomorrow or Monday. And that's it for me tonight, guys. And basically, please click that like button, please subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification button. I appreciate you watching the video, but it'd be lovely if you just liked it and click subscribe if you want to see more. That's all I'm saying. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave your comments below, and I'll see you during the week, probably tomorrow or Monday, for more.